Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Advanced Search Engine Optimization Summit pre-event session with Vasil, Clayton, and Paul. I'm Vasil, this is Clayton, and we are super excited to have all of you here joining from all over the world. If you can hear us and if you can see us, go ahead and type yes in the chat box. Some of you already introducing yourself. We see folks here from London, from Toronto, Canada, from Salt Lake City, from Vancouver, from Saudi Arabia, Denver, Colorado. Very excited to have you from everywhere. Clayton and I, we are broadcasting live from San Francisco, California. That's where we are based out. And today, we're here to answer all the questions that you might have for the summit when it comes to logistics, when it comes to various contests that we have going on, when it comes to content. Neil is super excited to host the summit and go live tomorrow with his keynote. He's also will be broadcasting his this summit and his first keynote on his Facebook page. So we cannot be more excited to have you all here. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them to the left of your screen, where you can ask a question and suggest a topic. We'll start with the logistical questions, and then we'll dive in and cover content-related questions. And we will be inviting our third moderator on with us. His name is Paul. He represents SCM Rush, who is a partner for this event. And we'll just keep going until we'll make sure that all of the questions answered. Right, Clayton?
Yeah, that's right. And welcome everybody out there. It's phenomenal to be here. We are really excited about the summit kicking off tomorrow with Neil's keynote, where he's going to talk about demystifying SEO. If you've ever, if you just started in SEO, or if you remember when you just started becoming aware of SEO or trying to learn it, I'm sure you had that feeling where it seems like SEO is a mystery and it's some sort of secret out there. And Neil's entire talk is going to be about how to sort of bust that myth. So we're really excited about that. I'm seeing a ton of people in the chat box, and thank you all for doing this on our time zone. It's about 10 o'clock here in the morning on the west coast of the United States, but I'm seeing people from all over. I just saw Ukraine, London, Amsterdam, some other people. So really great to have you with us. Thanks again for being here on a Sunday. And yeah, happy Easter. Hey, Jakub from Poland. We're going to be there in a couple of weeks. Vasil and I are to do some workshops. But yeah, really excited. This summit has been in the making for years. I've been in SEO for about 8 years, and I remember for the first couple of years really following people like Eric Sue, following people like Neil Patel on their blogs and Moz and stuff like that. And pretty much the SEO industry is pretty fragmented. And what Neil and us are excited most about with this summit is that we're bringing together the best SEO minds in the industry all in one marathon type of virtual summit. So it's going to be 4 days of back-to-back just SEO content. We're not going to be talking about email marketing or social media that much. We do have a couple of sessions on some paid aspects of paid media, because it does integrate with SEO. But for the lion's share of this entire content, Neil has handpicked each and every one of the people that are going to be doing it. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the format. So normally when we do these summits, we do two different types of formats, where the first type is like tomorrow morning, where Neil will be kicking off this summit with a keynote, where it'll be just like this, where Neil's on screen, you've got the chat on the right-hand side, and you've got the question and answer box under it, but Neil's gonna be talking to the audience and sharing what's working for him right now in SEO. At the end of that session, we'll be able to ask some questions. And when you do that, you can ask them in the chat and we'll try and get to those. But the best way to get your question answered is to write it under the live stream in the Q&A session. And the reason that's the best place to do it is because you can actually upvote that question. So if you scroll down right below where I'm talking now, you can see there's a bunch of Q&A questions that people can upvote. Now, when we go live in all of the sessions tomorrow, this is how it's going to work as well. So get familiar with asking your question down there. And just to sort of give a few minutes about some of the highlights that I'm excited about, Vasil, do you mind if I just walk the audience through some of the sessions that are happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and share your screen, and so we can have everyone see what to expect when it comes to sessions. Just as Clayton mentioned, we'll be taking a deep dive into search engine optimization, but there would also be some bonus sessions here that are not on agenda. So stay tuned for many surprises live, as we will have a couple of speakers that are not announced joining us. And we will be presenting some sessions on content marketing, which really help you amplify your search engine optimization efforts, and also conversion optimization will be a hot topic as well. So Clayton, go ahead and share your screen, and let's give everyone an overview.
Let's do it. Okay, and just to sort of address some of the technical topics that people are talking about, if there's no sound or you can't hear something, try refreshing your browser first. That might be working. Sound's coming through, so you might have to log out and log back in. But it looks like a couple of people are saying that there's no sound, but I think that the broadcast is working fine with the sound. So just refresh your browser there and see if that works. Typically that works. Rohit is asking, can we get a recording later? Yes, you can. The summit is actually free for anybody that wants to attend the live sessions, which is why we're doing this pre-event session today, to answer all of these questions, to make sure that you know how to attend the summit, to watch the screen. And if you know Neil Patel, the guy is passionate about giving a lot of value to anything that he does in his blog posts, in his public speaking presentations that he gives. He is rampant about giving a lot of value. So that's why we created this summit, and so are we, to be free for everybody that wants to watch it. So during the summit, Monday through Thursday, you'll be able to watch all of these sessions. If you come right back to this location in Crowdcast at the allotted time that the speaker's going live, I'm about to go over the schedule, but if you show up, you can watch the summit for free. If you want the recordings, we've got an all access pass that, yes, is paid. We're going to be recording all of these sessions throughout the week, loading them into this beautiful library, and then, yeah, you can buy an all access pass, and you are able to watch these summit sessions anytime for the rest of your life. So let me share my screen and talk a little bit about who's actually going to be joining us and what we're going to be learning, because this is the most exciting part of the summit. And yes, Matt, to answer your question, that includes all of the sessions. It also includes a bunch of bonus sessions that we haven't released yet. So make sure that when we're emailing you about the summit, take a look into that email. Make sure that you open our email, because we're going to be giving away more and more sessions. But let's just do a quick overview of the schedule. Tomorrow, April 17th, Neil Patel at 10 a.m. goes live. We're also going to be broadcasting from the Neil Patel Facebook page, Neil Patel Live. So that'll be fun. It's 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So synchronize your watches wherever you are in the world. Hopefully it won't be too terribly late for you. If you're in Eastern Europe or Western Europe, it should be pretty okay. A little bit late in the evening, but something that if you really want to see it, you can certainly get to it. Australia, you guys are going to have to do an all-nighter, come up with some coffee, and be ready with the New Zealand folks as well. But anybody that's that's GMT +8 or less is going to have an easy time to get this summit. The topic he's going to be talking about is demystifying SEO. This is such a cool topic because even now, even if you're an advanced SEO, there's still some sort of mystery. And if you've read any of Neil's blogs, you know that he breaks it down into thousands of words of step-by-step content that allow you to work your website in search and apply the SEO tactics that he uses. What's cool is he's going to be talking about how he grew his traffic from around 9,000 visitors a month to 440,000 visitors a month. All right, so we're talking about neilpatel.com, and he's done it on Crazy Egg, on Hello Bar, on Metrics, on a bunch of other websites for his clients. But he's going to go over the strategies that he used to do it. So if you're an advanced SEO, if you want to drive traffic to your website from organic search, be ready on this summit tomorrow at 10 a.m. to take notes, to implement, and think of some questions that you want to ask. After that, Andrew Stubbs is going to be joining us. He's the founder of IntelliGiants. Now, Andrew's got an interesting perspective on SEO because he looks at the actual algorithm from Google in a scientific way. Okay? We all know that there's a couple hundred signals from Google on how they allow or how they rank different websites. But Google doesn't release what those signals are, and Andrew's got an inside scoop on what flags and signals the RankBrain algorithm looks at because he's done so many different tests. So he's coming with analytical research and scientific SEO in practice. So this will be a really actionable session that you don't want to miss. A good friend of ours and handpicked by Neil. Then we're going to switch gears at noon Pacific time to Ryan Urban, who is going to sort of include conversion with SEO. So it's one thing, as I'm sure you know, to drive traffic from organic search. It's another thing to convert that traffic. And we didn't want to have this summit without having one of the world's premier minds on conversion weigh in. So we reached out, and again, Neil and Ryan are close. We reached out to Ryan and said, hey, do you want to come talk to this massive audience at our SEO summit, at Neil's SEO summit, about conversion? What could you tell us about converting and about how that relates to SEO? And we had a phenomenal conversation with him, and he's coming to share increased conversions from SEO traffic by 200% with these hacks. So what we look at when we invite these speakers is, hey, what's working for you right now? So if you want to know what's working for bouncing right now, then show up tomorrow at 12 Pacific time because Ryan Urban's going to share it with us. We've got Glenn Alsop from Viper Chill. He's going to be talking about PINs, PBNs, and what works right now in link building. If you're one of the SEOs that's sort of wondering, can I be gray? Can I use networks, private networks or public networks? Can I buy links? What sort of gray tactics or link building tactics are working? It's a really difficult industry to sort of get clear information in. And that's why Glenn is coming to talk about what's working right now. If you don't think that link networks work, this will be the session that you want to attend. If you do think that link networks work, this will be the session that you need to attend. And let's be honest, after your on page is on point, then link building is the lion's share of what will rank your website. So Glenn's session on PBNs and networks is going to be phenomenal. This one I'm excited, super excited about. Then we've got Brian Dean in the afternoon tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. He's the founder of backlinko.com. And he's going to go step by step through getting your site ranked on the first page in a short amount of time. All right, so everybody knows probably that investing in SEO is a long-term game, but it doesn't have to be that way for certain niches, certain competitive keywords. And Brian's going to go and teach us how to identify if you're in those niches, how you can double your traffic, and really get the folks that have a new project or a new website that's just gone online or that's just starting to get SEO effort and give you a step-by-step guide on how to do that. So that's tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we're going to break for the day and come back on Tuesday, where Tyler McConville, the co-founder of Nav43, is going to talk about mind control, manipulating crawls for ultimate success. If you have ever wanted or understood or tried to optimize Google Search Console, where Google crawls your website, and where you have the actual opportunity to crawl your website and to communicate with Google, you can force Google to do what you want in terms of crawling your website and which pages they look at. And there's a little different strategy than just saying, okay, my website is indexed or indexable. Tyler's going to walk us through step-by-step how to manipulate the crawl bot for your success and how to do that inside of Search Console and what content to put out and what schedule of content to put out. And this is going to be never before heard content. He mentioned that he hasn't shared this before, so that's really exciting. Then we've got the CEO of Yoast, which you probably know, Joost de Valk, is joining us. Yoast is, one of the best, probably the best SEO plugins for WordPress, and he's going to talk about a very interesting topic, multilingual sites. Now, this is one of the largest challenges in SEO, and it can sometimes, if you do the wrong thing, take you months and months to fix it. And Joost has got a ton of experience in putting up sites with multiple languages and making those languages work and rank in their respective Google search index. He's going to go through on Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific and share the proper way to set up a multilingual site with hreflang. Okay, so don't miss Juice on Tuesday. And then we got one of my favorite, absolute favorite tools, SEMrush. Marina, the president of SEMrush, is going to come and talk to us Tuesday at noon about the secret to mobile search domination revealed. Now, she's got Paul with her that's going to weigh in, Paul is from SEMrush as well. He's joining us on this pre-event call here in a couple of minutes. He's going to answer some of your questions. And Marina and Paul on Tuesday are going to talk about what they've learned after all of their years of tracking tons and tons of rankings and data at SEMrush. I'm excited to hear what they're going to reveal, some of the secrets that they've learned, and what we can do to increase our rankings based on this really great tool. Okay, let me just get back to my GPZ tool. Just weighed in and let me know that it needs to update right during our live broadcast. The Wednesday sessions we'll talk about here quickly. Kicks off with, well, this is Tuesday. iPullRank, Michael King, the managing director of iPullRank, is joining us, and he's going to talk specifically to the advanced SEOs in the audience, which is probably much of you. This is the Advanced SEO Summit, and if you've been following Neil Patel, I'm sure you've learned a lot, and you're not a beginner anymore. But there still are things that Michael feels like a lot of advanced people miss, so he's going to talk about those. Get your website up in front of you, have your checklist ready, and let's learn and make sure that we're not missing those things. And then we've got a really exciting format session from Tony Tai, the head SEO at Expedia Canada. Tony and I were talking a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned how the smallest changes in your on page, your title or a word page, can affect the rankings. I'm sure you can imagine in a massive site like Expedia, that small change might affect their revenue, might affect their sales, might affect their rankings because of SEO in a big way. He's going to come and talk about how micro iterations on site change enterprise SEO by the millions. He says that one change on the Expedia website can affect the overall profit and loss by millions. So he's going to talk about the impact of that in Google and how we can look towards the future of what Google's going to care about. Tony says he spends a lot of time trying to hedge his bets on what Google's next big ranking signal. All right, is everybody still there? I think we had an interruption for a quick second, but we're reloaded and we should be back on. Renee says yes. Jeremy says yes. Victoria says it's breaking up. What time is iPull Rank coming on? Okay, so let me answer this question. iPull Rank is not tomorrow. iPull Rank is Tuesday at 1 p.m. Okay? Let me just finish the last couple of exciting ones, and then I'll start answering your questions. Aaron from Louder Online is joining us on Wednesday. He's going to talk about start small, play big, how to beat enterprise competitors with their own SEO tactics. This one's extra exciting because he's addressing something that everybody struggles with, competitive keywords and very high value competition in the search results. So don't miss that one. And then on April 19th, we've got Casey Winters. He's the growth advisor at Greylock Partners, a very popular company here in Silicon Valley. And he's gonna talk about how Pinterest drove 50% of their traffic through SEO. Casey used to work at Pinterest and worked on SEO a lot there. So if you wanna know about how Pinterest drove a ton of their traffic, he says almost half of it was through SEO. So what an exciting look into such a search success like Pinterest. And then we've got Nick Chazanoff, the CEO of Technics. He's gonna talk about RankBrain specifically, and his talk is gonna be, I believe, 30, 45 minutes. You'll have time to ask whatever questions you want. This guy has got tons of experience trying to reverse engineer the algorithm, reverse engineer RankBrain. He's put up tons of websites and tested him, put up tons of websites with the sole purpose of just testing to see what ranks and what doesn't rank. And he's gonna review a deep dive of Google's new machine learning AI technology that's been shaking up the industry and shaking up the rankings so much in the recent past. Then we've got Ann Ward. She is an author and growth scientist for O'Reilly. She's going to talk about one topic that you can probably relate to, and that is how SEO is a battlefield, and here's how to win it. I'm sure you all have war stories about things that have worked, things that haven't worked, epic failures. Ann's going to talk about how to strategically make sure that whatever SEO project you're working on is conquered by that. Let me just share my screen here again so that you can see where I'm at.
And Clayton, while you're doing that, just one quick note on Brian Dean. Unfortunately, he will not be able to join us live, but good news that he sent the video, which actually available for everyone right now. So if you guys click on the specific session when Brian Dean was supposed to present, which is on Monday, and the way to navigate, important part, the way to navigate in between the sessions, you just have to click on that bubble, which is located right underneath the schedule. So you can move from one session to another. So even before the summit started, you can go ahead and enjoy Brian Dean's session on how to dominate SEO in 2017, which is ready to go for you guys.
Yeah, and somebody was asking, is this the summit? This is just for the people that might have just joined us. This is the pre-event summit where Vasil, myself, Clayton, and Paul, who are the co-hosts with Neil, are trying to answer your questions, show you the sessions, make sure that everybody's ready technically, knows where to go, how to view all of the content that we're going to be starting on. The whole thing kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Neil Patel's keynote speech. All right, so Vasil, if you could focus the screen on my screen share, I will just go through the last exciting speakers, starting with Eric Sue, a good friend of ours. We're going to be doing some traveling with Eric. And Eric is the guy who, if you have listened to Neil's podcast, has been co-hosting the podcast. So right on the top of neilpatel.com, it's got a podcast in the top nav. Eric, who is the who is the CEO at Single Grain, his agency, is one of the best SEOs that I know. And every time I meet him, he's always talking about something new and something interesting that I've never heard of. So it's going to be an exciting session to hear him talk about marketing school case studies and driving SEO traffic through podcasts. I bet you didn't know that you could drive SEO traffic through podcasts. Or if you did, it'll be interesting to see how Eric and Neil are doing that with their podcast. So he's going to come and join us at 11 a.m. on April 20th. Jason Demers is the founder at Audience Bloom. He is going to talk about how to scale guest posting to high authority websites. I'm sure you all know how important it is and how sometimes tough it is to scale it. One or two are pretty straightforward to get a nice high quality guest post, but scaling it is a totally different story. So if you're an agency or if you're just marketing for your brand website, this is a critical session. And then I'm going to be joining us and presenting at 1:30 to talk about the road to doubling your traffic from SEO in 3 days. This is some of the secrets that I've learned over the last 8 years that I see, I'd say 8 out of 10 competitive websites miss. And some of them are really easy. Site speed and Google Search Console. I'm going to go in and show everybody how that you can optimize those and double your traffic in 3 months. So this is going to take me about 30 minutes. It's going to be a highly actionable session where it's not just slides, but I'm going to take you into the tools that I use and show you how the mistakes are being made on some projects and some websites are succeeding. So it's going to be an interesting one in Google Analytics, in Search Console, in SEMrush. There are some really exciting areas of SEMrush that you may not know about that can seriously shortcut the work and the money investment that you put into the SEO. So I'm going to show you how to cut that investment way down and get the most bang for your buck. SEO is time consuming, as everybody knows, but there are ways that you can make sure that the investment that you put in is worthwhile. And again, throughout this whole thing, we're going to be releasing more bonus sessions. Vasil and I have been collecting some of the best content in SEO and holding it just to release it as a bonus session to try and get the excitement up for this whole summit. It was a phenomenal preparation over the last couple of months working with Neil and hearing how excited, genuinely excited he was about this summit, because SEO is such a great topic and such a driver and a favorite marketing channel of his. So the energy is high quality for this summit, and we're really excited about it. And we're going to close this whole thing out with bonus content sessions that aren't on this website. And then we're going to bring Neil back one more time, who is going to close everything up for us. One of the things that Neil loves to do on whenever he's meeting with a large audience is answer any questions that you might have. So it's going to start at 2 p.m. on Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to host Neil again. And what we're going to do, we decided that it would be a phenomenal session to just have Neil show us how he approaches SEO. So we titled it Neil Patel's Guide to SEO, an inside look at how I do SEO for my own sites. What's cool is he's going to show us the exact process that he uses to do SEO on his website. He's going to deep dive into the tools that he uses, and not just a rapid fire list of tools that he's going to use, but he's going to show the tools and how to set them up, which is half the battle in many cases. He's going to get into SEO, on-page SEO on his websites and keyword research. And he's going to show us step-by-step the process to competitive analysis and link building. And he's going to get into all of that stuff in a detailed format. So I'm not quite sure how long the session will go. The last time we did it, he went for over an hour, well over an hour. And this will be the one where he's focused on helping you whenever he can. So during that session, make sure that you think up a really pointed, actionable question and submit it in the Q&A box under the live stream. Vasil, who are you excited the most about listening to for this one? Vasil, are you there, buddy? All right, I think Vasil's having a little bit of a delay, and it looks like you can all see my screen still. Okay, there we go. All right, let's turn the video on. You can see my face as well. And I just want to say to everybody that's just now joining us, welcome again. It's exciting to have you. We are here to answer any questions that we can, review how this whole Advanced SEO Summit works, where to join, what sessions are going to be the most exciting, and just tell you what a great community that you've been so far. There's a ton of people here from all over the world. We're excited to have you. Let's see, Vasil, who are you excited most about?
Yeah, I'm extremely excited to hear Casey speak. I believe on Wednesday he would be doing an opening keynote of how Pinterest doubled the whole growth of the company and revenue through search engine optimization. So I had a quick pre-event call with Casey Winters, who used to lead growth at Pinterest. And he shared with me that search engine optimization was their primary channel of growth. And Pinterest wouldn't be anywhere here where it is today without SEO. So super excited about this one, as well as, of course, Neil's keynotes and overall community participation here. So I'm super excited that people are asking all of these questions, and I think we should take a few of them before we dive into the content. Some of the people are a little bit confused about whether Neil is speaking today or not. So Neil is not speaking today. Neil will be kicking off tomorrow with the opening keynote. So definitely stay tuned for that. We will be sending several pre-event emails in regards to that keynote. Also, some people are asking how much is the All Access Pass. So for the first 15 minutes, when you try to sign up for it, we had a special early bird pricing on it, $97. So later on, the price is going up to $297. But there's also one tier you can buy it at $147, depending at one time when you like to buy it. So hopefully take care of that part. But again, you can watch all of these sessions for free throughout the summit. So and it's going to be tons of value for you guys. I hope you're ready to take notes, and because all of the content will be super tactical.
Yeah, sounds good. So you know, if you stay on, maybe we can give these guys the early bird price, or hook anybody up that's not confused or not completely set on how we've priced it. It's just like a lot of the other events that you've seen, where the very early adopters will get the best price, and then as it goes towards the live event starting tomorrow, it sort of goes up.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, in fact, we'll do something very special here for everybody who's here right now joining us live. We'll go ahead and bring this prize back just for the duration for today. So we're gonna go ahead and add that link to the chat box. So hope you guys stay tuned for that if you really want to get that All Access Pass and all of the information.
Okay. So let's go over a couple of questions that I'm seeing people post in the chat. Some people are asking, is the summit free? Yes, absolutely. We're doing this summit live starting tomorrow and are going to be hosting and emceeing it, starting with Neil and adding a couple of, well, 4 specifically days of content. So if you want to join live, you can, absolutely free, right here. If you're in the chat, then you are in the location of where the summit is happening. The only thing you need to do is tune back in tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. You can watch all the sessions from now until Thursday, 100% free. If you want a lifetime pass to rewatch all of the sessions and to have recorded access to them, then yeah, we've got a paid ticket that you can get that lifetime pass. And basically what that is, you know, if you want to implement any of this actionable SEO step by step, if you want to go back and rewatch it to make sure that you've got it implemented correctly, then, or if you can't make every single session from tomorrow until Thursday because you've got, you know, life, then you may want to consider that, because it's a solid way to have all of this content. You can share it with your team, you can implement it, anything that you want to. Yeah, and when we say lifetime pass, we mean all access pass. So it's sort of 2 different ways that we talk about it, but the lifetime pass is the all access pass. That's correct. And if you've got any sort of problems with the email not recognizing you, just send us an email. We're happy to help or talk about the content or give any additional information that we need. I see a couple of people asking, if we buy the lifetime access pass, is there content that we can log in and start watching now?
Yes, that's a very good question. In fact, if you are buying All Access Pass, you also get access to our previous summit, Growth Hacking Secrets for 2017, which has over 200 sessions of pre-recorded access content, not just on search engine optimization, but also on content marketing, paid media, conversion optimization, email marketing, webinars, lots of content there. Hours and hours. So, and plus you get access to some deals and events in a special members area. So to answer that question is definitely yes.
Yeah, so Lily's asking, so does the extra fee not include extra information? It absolutely does. It includes, what is it, over 200 sessions from our last summit? So this is tons of extra sessions. And in addition to that, you will be automatically entered into Neil's Insider Club. Neil's Insider Club is the chance to win a one-on-one private consulting session with Neil. So everybody that buys the All Access Pass is in the Insider Club. We're going to pick one person that's the winner that will get a private one-on-one session with Neil. You'll also get a chance to win a ticket to Growth Marketing Conference, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So if you participate in the contest and you get a chance to win 5 free tickets to the Growth Marketing Conference, as well as a special subscription from our partner, SEM Rush, and we'll introduce Paul in just a moment. Paul, actually, would you mind typing something in the chat here so we know that you're here, so we can invite you to join us here on the screen?
Let's finish up asking or answering some of these questions, though. Dylan says, I was prompted to and purchased the All Access Pass. Is that the same as the Lifetime Pass? Yes, that's correct. Dylan, you have purchased it. You'll have access to all of this content and our previous summits content with over 200 sessions in it. You're also already entered in to win possibly a one-on-one private session with Neil, and you're entered in the contest to possibly win a ticket to the Growth Marketing Conference here in San Francisco in December. Eric's saying he gets it now and you will never regret this. Yeah, it's a lot of content. There's a ton of value. And then Steve and Travis are asking, where's the link to sign up to get the All Access Pass? The link is right under our screen. If you just scroll down a little bit, you can see it says get the All Access Pass, and you can do that right now if you want. We wanted to just make sure that we were clear on the content, on the time frames. I see someone else is asking, is the summit free? Absolutely. The summit is 100% free. We're going live tomorrow through Thursday at different times during the day. The entire schedule you can see at summit.neilpatel.com. Maybe Vasil, you can put the link in the chat there. And if you want to attend live, it's free. Absolutely. If you can't attend all 4 days of these jam-packed sessions and you want the content, you want to own the content and watch it anytime in the future, then get the All Access Pass. You can get the All Access Pass at the link below the stream where we're talking right now. Yeah, that's basically it. How do we get there? You can just log in and watch anytime you want. Getting so many interviews from Neil is hard to tell where I go by the access. Okay, so Reagan, if you'll just send us a private email, we can make sure that you get hooked up with the best value. You can get in touch with me at clayton@neilpatel.com. And looks like people are looking for the link. Vasil, did we get the link? Yep, you put the link in there. Holly, sorry to hear that. Let's make sure, that's good feedback. We'll make sure and look at the funnel again. Hopefully everybody understands what we're doing now. And if you want the $97 pass, Vasil, did we say we're going to release it for everybody here? Your microphone is off. Vasil, unmute yourself. We can't hear you, man. Your microphone is still off. There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Apologize for the little delay here, but I'm going to go ahead and add the link to the chat. For some of you guys, if you having some technical difficulties, it means that you might have 2 screens open on Crowdcast. So
your link is you're still muted. Yeah, I think what he was trying to say is if you have 2 sessions of Crowdcast open on 2 different tabs, a lot of times that's what gives the echo. So just make sure that there's not a bunch of tabs open or more than 1. That can cause some of it. And anybody that is having some difficulty with the page, summit.neilpatel.com, send us an email. It's okay. We'll get it fit. We'll make sure that everybody gets the best value that we possibly can. Just email us at clayton@neilpatel.com, CLAYTON. And Ted, I saw your comment. We don't want to leave you out. Send me an email and let's talk. So again, yeah, Ted, just send me an email. I'll send you the proper link. In many cases, if that early bird special that we gave at the very beginning, if you've been to that page before, that offer is expired. So it's already catching you on it's too late, you're going to get the full price, which is fine. But if you'll just send me an email, we'll make sure that you get taken care of. If you've never joined that page before, if you've never been to the summit.neilpatel.com page, that's where you will get the $97. As you can see, we're giving it for about 15 minutes. And then as the summit progresses, the price will go up. But send me an email at clayton@neilpatel.com and we'll make sure that you get taken care of. Vasil, did you unmute your microphone?
Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure.
We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right. Great. So we're going to go ahead and find that link for you guys. So don't worry. Any questions, again, email Clayton or myself. Also, you can send an email to our support team at advancedneilpatel.com. I'm going to add it into the chat. So let's see what else. We covered the logistics. We covered some of the questions here. I also want to make sure that we introduce Paul, who is our co-host for some of the sessions, who is a great search engine optimization expert. He's done some PPC as well. Paul, are you here with us? If you're here, just go ahead and type something in the chat so I can invite you to the screen. In the meantime, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and add them here to the chat so we can cover them. And we will take care of all of the pricing issues. All right, looks like Clayton briefly disconnected. I'm here with you guys. Again, if any other questions, let me know. All right, looks like some people are emailing. Okay, Paul is here. I'm gonna go ahead and invite him to the screen. Let's see, Paul is here.
Yeah, and folks are saying, I see Holly saying,
It takes a little bit of time for the screen to load.
Vasil, can you hear me?
Hey guys, if you can hear me, go ahead and type something in the chat. Okay. Oh, so we have some questions here about can beginners do the summit? So we do have some special pre-event sessions and on-demand sessions specifically for beginners. So we definitely have that content ready for you. So yeah, and some of the bonus sessions will be showing up for you guys as we continue adding new session. The agenda is added to the chat as well. This live stream would be available for you at any given time. And we are super excited to have you join this summit. We have over 30,000 people from all over the world who pre-registered. We have tons of great speakers. We will have Neil joining us tomorrow, opening with his opening keynote. So once again, thanks again, guys, for joining us today. And